Hi, this is Daniela Wolf with Bestie Life, the podcast, and this is your community to support you through the little and not so little events that make up your day-to-day life. From the I've got this moments to the I just can't moments. We are here to empower all women to find and develop the skills they need to find peace, balance, and the bliss in their busy. Through solo episodes as well as interviews with amazing women who share their journey and their story and how it works for you. I hope you find the inspirations to make you laugh, think, as well as maybe rethink what you thought you knew, and connect as we realize that we are all living similar ups and downs and don't have to do it alone. So excited for you to hear this episode, and thanks so much for joining me today. This is Daniela, and I'm here today for part 3 of my series on finding more calm in your day. Part 1 was about finding calm in the moment. Part 2 was about finding calm in your mind. And today for part 3, we're going to talk about finding calm in your home and in your space. The last one, part 4, which will air next week, is going to be finding calm in your everyday life. But today we're going to calm your space. And I love this topic just because I feel like there's so many options. There's so many great ways that you can integrate it. Because if you think about it, we begin and end our day at home. And even now, like we're working from home, we're spending so much time at home. And so this space, this environment has a huge impact in how our mood is, how we feel, whether it escalates us or can help bring us down. And our goal is to help make this a calm, relaxing space for the most part, or at least to have a corner tucked away. There's no one way, wrong way, right way. And the thing is too, in each room, there's so many different ways to approach it. I can spend so much time talking about it. I would love to chat if anyone's interested in finding out a little bit more, as well as please drop me your questions below and I will try and get to them. But obviously, this is one of those vast just areas that I love to talk about. I'm super passionate about, and I just think it's such a subtle way to really impact your mood, to find that calm. And it's not something that takes a ton of time, a ton of constant attention, but can really help set the tone for you and your whole family. Looking at just your individual differences. There's so many ways you can personalize this to your style, whether it is feeling like you need this to be your space just to kind of kick back, relax, and let things go a little. If you find kind of comfort in the order and the structure, as well as just being able to give you options to find some strategies and systems to really help make things flow. It'll affect getting out the door, appointments. If you think about it, when your home is kind of not in that good energy and that good space, it can make it really hard to relax. You walk in the door, you step on a Lego or something like that, like probably one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. You might end up running late because you can't find your car keys, your kid can't find their other shoe. It might just trigger some stress responses when you walk in, or you're even wasting money purchasing duplicates of things if you can't find stuff. So creating calm in your space, being really conscious and aware and intuitive of what works for you, what you like, is going to help you find that calm in some easy ways, just even by walking through the door. And it'll affect your mental, your emotional, as well as even your time management. Like I said, being able to find stuff and getting out the door. And it's not about necessarily getting rid of everything. It's not about necessarily complete minimalism. It's not about having to Marie Kondo, and really get rid of everything, even though I do really believe in her principle of everything has a space. And part of that organization and that calm comes from things being put back in their space. You can keep all the stuff you have, but just knowing where it is, where it goes, so that you're not, tripping over it, and it's intuitive even to find things and to help keep things flowing is a great way to use your environment as a way to find calm. So it doesn't have to mean getting rid of everything, but again, it helps you live in the present because you're not focused on some of those other things. And so there's a couple different tips when it comes to finding the calm in your space. One is to kind of just get ahead and be proactive and know, what do you want to tackle? What do you want to clear up? What area do you really want to be that that space for you. For some people, they try and do their whole house, but that can be really stressful and overwhelming to maintain. I don't know about you, but I live in my house. And so there are parts that on any given day, except for right after I clean it, are going to look like lived in, which is fine. You want to be able to enjoy your home and space, but I also know in, one corner of my office, I have a chair, I have a weighted blanket, I have, a plant and some things that bring me some calm and some peace. And like I said, I'm going to go over some of those different elements to help create some of that calm. But like I said, get ahead, be proactive, and know what you're looking to tackle. Don't over organize to the point that sometimes you forget where things are, or then as soon as something's a little bit out of place, it causes that stress or you notice it more. Again, you want to live in your home. You want to enjoy it. Space things out when you try and approach this as well. It doesn't have to be an all-day cleaning, purge, decorating, shopping spree, whatever. You might just start with a drawer, and that's 5-10 minutes, and just start with one drawer. And the sense of, calm, even sometimes from having that, I think we all have that junk drawer that has tapes and scissors and rubber bands and paper clips and just odds and ends. And by getting that organized is that first step to having that sense of control a little bit, finding some of that inner calm and peace, as well as then helping you to set up a system of maybe light maintenance throughout the day might be what works for you. Again, there's so many different ways to approach it. There's different rooms, obviously, that would have some different elements and different things tied in. But there are kind of some key areas that really have been shown to have some instant benefits when it comes to finding that calm in your space. And the first one has to do with just even sounds. Maybe sometimes you need to add an area rug to help add some muting of sounds, whether it's things just sound louder on the floor, the TV sounds louder bouncing off the walls in different space. If adding a rug can kind of help create more of a soothing sound, or even just to add, when you walk in, have Siri play or Alexa play like your favorite song, or some calming music or nature sounds, whatever's going to work for you. I have a friend, she's got one of those little fountains in her office, those little rock things, and that's kind of a calming thing for her. So to look and see, are you looking to come in and get energized and put on some dance music, or are you looking for something a little bit more calm and chill? But to use sound as a way to help create the mood that you're looking to achieve in that space, and definitely based on whether you're entertaining or you're looking to settle down for the night, it's going to have an impact as well. Next is to think intentionally about the colors that you choose and finding what colors are going to work for you in certain spaces, and what kind of mood are you looking to create. There's a whole science, and you can definitely look it up online as far as what are some of the different colors that can affect, whether, I think it was like red for a dining room and blues for bedrooms, or just what kind of mood are you looking to create based on the colors of that space, as well as even like finding colors in nature to help create that environment is a great way as well. Next has to do with scents and smells. I know we have a lot of essential oil people in this space, and the impact of different scents, peppermint to energize, lavender to help you relax, and to be conscious of that, whether you have different, and I know there's different thoughts about like oils versus candles versus plugins versus different things, but just find a way to help, when you walk in, to have that inviting smell. We were in New York a couple of years ago, and it was interesting to see even the different hotels will pipe in different smells. One was like a rosemary, like herb, lemony kind of thing. Another one, it smelled like an ice cream shop. It was like delicious. But to just realize that impact of the memories and the moods that scents can do, and help, integrate that into your day-to-day life as well. Next has to do with textures. Having a cozy blanket on the couch, comfy pillows, maybe a bowl of pine cones to bring in nature, some rocks, plants, twigs, different elements, fire. If you're able to have candles or a fireplace or something like that, all these different textures in the room, again, brick, things like that, can help, again, to create that calm. There's that Swedish principle of Hygge, Hygge. I have a whole page on Pinterest. If you follow me on Pinterest, check it out. I love the whole Hygge practice. It's the Swedish art of cozy, and it has all these great elements and ideas to help you create cozy in your space, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's in your bedroom, in the bathroom, different elements to bring in, and how to do that in a way that just being in that space is going to help invite that sense of calm. Sitting with a cup of tea can also be part of that. So definitely follow my Pinterest page, look that up. It's such great, easy information to integrate into your day-to-day. And then one of the last one, again, is objects. What kind of things are in your house? Absolutely, you're gonna have the kids' play area, some toys, some books, games. We have a whole game shelf, I know, in our house. And for me, that feels like family and community and connection. And so that's important to me, but also, everyone, you might have your photos around, you might have inspirational quotes. I have a whole quote wall. I keep quotes around me as a way to keep inspired and to keep my mindset on the right track. And so that helps bring me some calm. So to find different things that work for you, whether it's special memorabilia that helps you remember someone you care about, or helps inspire you, helps motivate you, helps you remember, yeah, I got this. I can get through hard things. I can do hard things, and to really find what's going to help. Again, that bringing in plants, photos, all of these things. Then when you walk into a space, these different elements, and I know it can sound a little overwhelming, but to break them down into small pieces are then how you create that sense of calm in your space, so that when you walk in at the end of the day, you can instantly transition from that hectic day-to-day life to, this is my safe space, this is my calm, this is how I decompress, and be able to then make that transition and help your family and you be able to do those kind of things. So this is such a quick overview and summary. Like I said, there's so many different rooms and ways to personalize it and ways to just integrate these things. But I hope you are able to get a couple of different ideas, a couple of things that maybe resonated with you, that maybe you didn't even realize were part of calm and self-care, and how to help integrate that into your day. So please let me know. I would love to hear back from you. Thanks so much again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know any questions or comments that you have. Also, if you can please leave an Apple 5-star review so that this episode can be shared with more women. There's 2 quotes that I love. Alone we may be strong, but together we are stronger. As well as, when women support each other, incredible things happen. So let's be stronger and incredible together, as well as maybe just have some fun along the way. Thanks so much, and talk to you soon. Bye.